All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. Look, yeah, fuck you too, buddy. Okay, give them the middle finger, yeah, fuck you too. All right, already with the red. I keep telling you. So anyway, just got a text from Pam saying that both the kids are home today. So that means my daughter did not go to school any day this weekend, and tomorrow I think it's the start of spring break. So again, we talk about no accountability, and a lot of these women, they are being groomed by the state. They are being groomed by white supremacists who have actively engaged in many different kinds of warfare within our community. And our women are not intelligent enough to see what's going on. And when I say not intelligent enough, I don't mean it in a in a degrading way, but because they are preoccupied with the notion that, you know, that they're better than the men in their group and they don't need no man, right? Then they'll say, well, they want a provider and so forth, right? But again, the New York Predator Department all the way down there, a block away, you know, hiding themselves as usual. Like I said, they will become very emboldened in targeting me aggressively. And when I expose them in a way in which that they cannot deny the level of harassment that they've been doing and engaging in, then they go back into their cave or wherever the hell they come from. Or you could call their precinct their cave, I guess. But yeah, this is what they do. And then they have this Ambina right here. As soon as I come out my apartment building, she starts doing the palm fixation drill, right? And I want you to understand how, again, the use of cognitive warfare, narrative, covert, and psychological covert warfare enable to discredit, to remove those who they see as a threat, not to themselves or each other, but to the status quo. And they have to control those who are elevated within the society. Because if you're not going to be a gatekeeper, then they will not promote you in the position in which you can have any sort of economic upliftment, right? And when I talk about economic upliftment, I'm not talking about because you can drive a Mercedes or a BMW, you can drive a luxury vehicle, and you can buy luxury clothing, right? I'm talking about the establishment of economic base in which black people as a group, right, will not solely depend on other groups of people for their living, for their food, for their clothing, for their health, for their education, and so forth. Black people will always be, in their mind, underneath them. I was watching a documentary on Morocco and the racism in Morocco, how a lot of North African countries, Morocco, Egypt, and so forth, that they don't see themselves as African, and they don't see the nation that they occupy today as being in Africa, that somehow they place it out of Africa, right? And they put their religion, Islam, as if Islam is a nation. Islam is a religious belief system. It is not a nation. But they will say that they are Muslim first, right? As opposed to African. And African people really don't quite understand what it is that's going on. Look at the hand signal. Look at the hand signal. Right? So, African people have yet to understand that what these other groups of people think about them. This is why Europe has been entrenched in Africa They have put leaders who are selfish, all about themselves, and any leader, doesn't matter who they are, that are not puppets. They are assassinated, right? They are jailed and imprisoned. Black people need to understand how other groups of people fear us, right? Fear us, and in a way in which that it has caused them to do all sorts of crimes against us because of that fear, right? I talk about Morocco. They are whitening the population in Morocco, like what they did in Argentina, right? They are erasing the blackness from Morocco, just like they do in Egypt. But the vast majority of people in Egypt are the darker skinned people. They just don't show you that on TV. It's like Brazil, right? But in Morocco, they're literally engaging in what Argentina did in the 1800s, which is to whiten or lighten the Moroccan population, and to where black women in particular are steered towards dating lighter skinned Moroccans to produce lighter skinned offspring. All right?
Opera Avenue and Church Avenue. Transport available to B35 and B35 related. Please exit through the rear door.
Thank you. Have a good day. Why is she standing with her back towards the bus, huh? And then as I get off the bus, she turns around. Anyway, like I said, just showing you guys exactly what it is that they do and how they do it. On the way down here, so I kept recording because I knew, like I said, they were sending a subliminal message. So when you look at the video, you see the New York Predator Department now. When you look at the video, right, if you look outside on the street or you watch on the sidewalk, you'll see there was a woman as the bus was coming, she started like biting on her nails. And so I started doing the same thing too. And then you'll see the dude coming out of the vehicle. It was a red vehicle, see? New York Predator Department, of course. And, you know, so look, 1, 2, we talk about synchronized movement, right? That's all, this is what they do. What's vehicle number is that? Look at the dude over here. Let me do this. All right, 5267. Car number, doing the hand signal, doing the same thing too. And this one is 5070. 5070. All right? All right? Again, coordinated. Then tapping her nose. Coordinated. All right? Like I said, it don't stop. But like I said, ain't no fear here. I'm gonna expose them. And like I said, I'm taking away their qualified immunity. And we're gonna set new precedents in terms of what police, when they engage in this sort of behavior, that they will be fired and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Right? And the violation of my human rights, my civil rights, constitutional rights, all right, and my sovereign rights and their conspiracy against my rights and what it is that they are doing. All right? And also, like I said, whenever you see all these police officers attacking me the way that they're attacking me, because what? Either the children are home or Pam got a date. And in this situation today, the children are home, both of them. So my daughter did not go to school for the entire week of school leading up to the spring break, right? So again, I want you guys to understand and see this is why our women don't want accountability, why we cannot hold them accountable, because they're being manipulated by those within predator law enforcement. And so they, as black men, we can't do what they do. Like I said, because they will hold us accountable whether we do it or not, okay? And the fact that you hear a lot of our women blaming men, right, for their own choices is because they are being conditioned, programmed to do so, right? Again, you see a lot of the red vehicles, right, a lot of red cars, you know what I'm saying? So this is what they do, right? How they hear him, oh, you dropped something. look at it. Now, when I talk about the subliminal messages, and there's a dude over there wearing black, sticking his finger in his ears, all the way down there, all the way down. So, again, this is what they do. It's all coordinated attack, and like I said, I'm going to expose them in every single way, and in all ways, and they will be held accountable for what they've done, without a doubt, without a doubt. It's the villainization process and what they do, right? Using cognitive warfare narrative.
Hurry up.